Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about The Amish A Secret Life, which is a programme on BBC and it is currently on iPlayer. And I am a huge fan of the Amish programmes. If you've been subscribed to me for a long time, you know I've talked about quite a few of them. And I did think, will I watch this? Am I really going to learn anything that I kind of haven't got from the other ones? Yes, I will. Yes, I did. It was absolutely fantastic. I kind of don't want to make the claim that it was the best of the Amish documentaries that I've seen, but it quite possibly might be. What makes this slightly different is that it's only looking at one family. However, it is again a family that are slightly more modern than the traditional old order Amish, but they kind of have to be to allow the filming and things. And that was part of the main focus of this. A lot of the focus was on kind of how are they really going to allow themselves to be filmed? Obviously, yes, they did in the end, but you know, why did they query it? And that kind of leads to other things that the Amish are sometimes not allowed to do because of their beliefs and things. So it does take the basic format as many of the others, following an Amish family, seeing what their lives are like, you know, seeing what they do for a living and, you know, that they grow their own food and things like that. So you do learn a lot of the basic information, but I actually learned a few things that I wasn't aware of. I learned that English, as we know it, is not actually their first language, which I completely didn't know that. So I found that very fascinating. In case you can't watch the programme, it's actually a form of German, which I thought was really quite fascinating and not at all what I expected, so that was interesting. The thing I liked about this most is that we got to follow them around elsewhere. We got to watch them go shopping from a distance because they couldn't be seen being filmed, otherwise they risked being thrown out of the church, which is a massive thing for them, and for them to allow themselves to be filmed, sensational, you know, because they are doing it for our benefit, I guess, so we can learn about the Amish community and learn about their lifestyle. So that's, you know, brilliant. Many thanks to them for allowing this. We got to see them go shopping, which was the first time I've ever seen inside of a Target store, which was really nice. And one thing which surprises me, there are a few things which I found were quite unexpected, and I won't go into them all, because part of the enjoyment of watching the programme is finding all these exciting things. But the one that I want to mention is we got to see them go into Pizza Hut. Now maybe I'm just being really stupid, but I never thought the Amish were allowed to eat from fast food restaurants. You know, a lot of us who use electricity think that fast food restaurants are the food of the devil. I'm exaggerating slightly, but you know what I mean. So I didn't expect to see them go into a Pizza Hut. I think it was a Pizza Hut, some fast food restaurant, I'm pretty sure it was Pizza Hut. I was like, what? That is so unexpected. I was completely kind of over the moon at the same time, because it means that they are allowed to do things which doesn't make them that far away from the rest of us who, you know, like to go into temptation and things. So I did kind of find that fascinating, and you'll find lots of little surprises all the way along the programme like that. So it will keep you on your toes. It isn't boring. It's not just this is what the Amish do, this is where they work, this is what they eat, this is the size of the average family, this is what they do at church. It's not at all like that. I mean, none of them have been, but I did kind of think, really, just, you know, how different can this one be to the rest? It's very similar, but it's very different at the same time, and that is what I like. The family that are followed are, you know, absolutely amazing. The youngest boy is called Benyul, I think, and I've never heard of that name before, and that is the most adorable name I have ever heard. I love that name. The family are really nice. One thing that I found quite surprising is that Leah Miller wasn't in this. She is without a doubt one of the most loved Amish people on British television. She's been in most of the Amish programmes. But having said that, it might have been a Channel 4 one that she was in. But she kind of pops up in them all. I thought that was quite nice, but she wasn't in this one, which was a bit of a shame, but also nice to see a kind of different community and a different set of people. You might argue that because we're only getting to look at one family in this episode, it doesn't allow us sort of to compare and contrast different levels of Amish lifestyle. But because there are many Amish programs out there, it really doesn't make a difference. You can go and watch any of them, and this one does kind of show a more modern family, but at the same time they're still very traditional in many aspects. So it's very educational, very entertaining as a programme. An hour in length, my eyes were glued to the screen, which is probably why I need glasses, I need my eyes checked. Completely irrelevant point. Absolutely loved it. I cannot fault it in any way. Also, credit to whoever was behind the camera asking the questions, the interviewer, if you like. I don't know who it was and I can't find that information out, but whoever she is, the questions she asked are perfect. You know, you get some documentaries where the interviewer is asking a question and you're like, that is just not an interesting question. We don't really care about that. But the questions asked in this one I thought were brilliant, quite unique compared to some of the other Amish programs. It allowed us to explore as viewers different aspects of the Amish lifestyle and different concepts and beliefs that the other programs haven't really touched upon. So I quite like that. Of course there were questions asked which other programs have mentioned. I'm not saying it's like a golden program, but it is really, really good, really well done. I can't fault it at all. If you're looking for a good Amish program to watch, I would most certainly recommend this one. Let me know your thoughts if you've seen it, and if you have a favourite Amish program, let me know. I'd love to check out more, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!